Here at noon just minutes ago, we learned 2 Louisville parents are suing JCPS for its plan to cut the majority of magnet and traditional school bus transportation. Senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez joins us now in the studio. So Isaiah, I know that you have been reading over this lawsuit. Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're seeing there?
Well, Shay, it's a federal lawsuit and it pretty much lays out the argument very simply. It's 9 pages. And talks about these parents, 2 specifically, who claim the school district is violating their kids' civil rights in a move they say is discriminatory to thousands of black students in Louisville. In their words, eliminating their chances of attending the best schools within JCPS. Now remember, back in April, JCPS's board voted to cut bus service for the majority of students attending magnet and traditional schools, with the exception of schools with 75% or more kids on free or reduced lunch. Right now, that's Central and Western high schools. This came at the recommendation of Superintendent Marty Polio, who said given their bus driver shortage, it's the only way to reduce delays and get kids to and from school in a more timely fashion. The plaintiffs here in this suit are 2 moms. One on behalf of her 2 high school boys, the other a rising 5th grader. Now, well-known attorney Teddy Gordon is representing them. You might recognize that name. He's a very familiar face, known for suing JCPS dozens of times in the past, most notably in a case that made its way to the U.S. Supreme Court, leading to JCPS's desegregation plan being struck down. That was back in 2007. Now, Gordon has called a news conference for 1:30 this afternoon. We'll be streaming this on our digital platforms. We'll be there and, of course, have a response from both board members and the district. That's coming up in our early evening shows. Shay.
All right, Isaiah, thanks so much for the information. We've got more coverage on this story coming up tonight at 4, like you just heard from Isaiah. And if you want to keep up to date with that press conference happening in an hour and a half from now, download the WHAS11 app. Tonight, the Louisville Metro Council will vote on the budget for this fiscal year. Mayor Craig Greenberg put forward his proposal for the more than $1 billion budget in April, with almost half of the money dedicated to public safety. Taking a closer look, it's about $400 million going to Louisville Fire, EMS, and LMPD. The mayor said the money will be used to update facilities, retain and recruit personnel, and buy technology for the departments. Affordable housing is another portion of that budget. More than $30 million would be used to create 15,000 affordable housing units by 2027. And free universal pre-K could get some funding. The mayor wants $5 million to go to a nonprofit, which would create a path to pre-K over the next 5 years. $50 million would go toward quality of life improvements like street paving and sidewalk repairs. And the Transit Authority's proposed budget will also need to be approved by Metro Council. TARC is planning to cut services to meet its expected expenses by mid-2026. Without cuts, TARC says its budget gap could be as large as $30 million. The route reductions would impact dozens of bus lines throughout the city and could come as early as June 30th. Also tonight, Metro Council is expected to vote on an ordinance to finance the redevelopment of the Urban Government Center. The ordinance would create a TIF, or Tax Increment Financing District, in Louisville's Paristown neighborhood. The city would then pledge a portion of the increased property taxes from that project to redevelop the site. The development proposal includes more than 350 apartment units, commercial space, a hotel, and cottages. Tonight's meeting is happening at 6 o'clock. Of course, the WHAS11 crew will be there, keeping you updated on air and at WHAS11.com. More news right here at noon today. 2 new Albany City Council members are planning to introduce a resolution calling for the removal of the Silver Creek Dam. This comes nearly a month after 14-year-old Andre Edwards Jr. died right there. WHAS11's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie find out why they want the dam removed and not just improved.
The future of a dam in New Albany that has existed for over a century has been discussed by the city of New Albany for years. Now, New Albany City Council members Stephanie Griffith and Scott Blair are introducing a resolution to the council to remove the dam entirely.
And I hate to say it's about the money, but at this point, there's been a lot of money spent there, and we have a host city we need to take care of, and I'm all for recreation, but there's some other issues that we could use that money for. Sidewalks, paving, fire trucks, safety throughout the whole city.
The resolution cites the danger of low-head dams. The National Weather Service reported over 100 deaths nationally from 2018 to 2020 caused by these dams. This tragedy is felt right at home in Indiana, following the death of 14-year-old A.J. Edwards on Memorial Day. A memorial for 14-year-old A.J. now overlooking the dam where he lost his life. A.J.'s death now reinvigorating conversations about what should be done about the dam. On Monday, New Albany Mayor Jeff Gahan announced new improvements to the infrastructure, which involves replacing the Lowhead Dam with rock pathways stretching the length of the water.
We'd like to just kind of stop it. Let's go ahead and take care of it now. And my understanding is the dam has to come out before the rock arches come in anyway. So it's like, why are we waiting?
While Griffith is worried too much money is being spent on the infrastructure, fishermen like Kevin Taylor flock to the dam and don't want to see it go.
A lot of people come out here fishing, like doing whatever, just enjoying the nature. It'd be scary on here, but you just gotta know what you're doing. I don't think if you know what you're doing and know how to swim, I don't think you should be out here or up here for real.
Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
The resolution will be introduced to the New Albany City Council during tonight's meeting at City Hall. That meeting starts at 7. More local news right here. Metro Police are trying to determine what caused a motorcyclist to lose control and crash into another car. It happened last night at 10:30 on Preston Highway, right at East Indian Trail. That is just east of the airport. Witnesses told police a man was riding a motorcycle and then crashed into the vehicle, causing the car to catch fire. The motorcyclist was not wearing a helmet and died at the scene. The driver of the car was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and he is expected to survive. An Eastern Kentucky man with a history of robbery convictions is being accused of 2 new robberies, one in the Highlands neighborhood, a second near Bowman Field. Metro Police say detectives on June the 10th reported that Tommy Hardin robbed the House of Jellish Nails on Bardstown Road and then the Bear Nose Pizza on Taylorsville Road. At both businesses, police say he threatened people with a gun and demanded money. Police say detectives found evidence from both robberies after conducting search warrants in Montgomery and Bath counties. Hardin was previously convicted of 33 robberies in Louisville back in 2005. He served 20 years of a 40-year sentence and was paroled in 2022. Hardin's expected in court on July the 9th.